Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will design a bracelet with the help of the 6x4mm crystal roundel beads that we received from the box, from Bargain Bead Box subscription for the month of March 2025. We already did a multi-strand bracelet, and this is also going to be a bracelet because I have feedback from people who watches my channel for quite a long time. They said that they would like to watch more of the bracelets, so this is one of the bracelet. The tutorial is already in my on my channel. I will link down somewhere here, or at the end of the video, or even in the description box below. So this is made by 18 gauge wire, I believe, or 20 gauge, I'm not so sure. You can check out the video. And then this is made by 6x4mm roundels and 26 or 24 gauge wire. I think 26 is the gauge wire I have used here, and this was a particular strand of the bracelet, particular strand of beads I received in the bargain bead box. It was one strand, so I separated the beads and kind of, I didn't do random. I think I did like, so let's see this, right? 1, 2, and 3 opaques, and 2 transparent, and 2 metallic, something like that. So I divided the beads so that it's equally spaced, and the color comes after particular. See this color: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I did do an order here, but this itself is beautiful because the color combination is such that it starts from the transparent to the darkest blue. That's like the ombre color finish. That being said, we have only one color here, and we are going to use this to make a bangle bracelet, and for that I'm using this 22 gauge green color zebra wire. And I'm not so sure where I got this from, but this is a new spool that I want to work with. Because this is a transparent color, this will bring it some more color, and our bargain bead box is all about green this month, so I thought, why not use this green bead? Okay, so I need you to take about, say, 22 inches or so of the wire. Two measures of that. Okay, so we need 2 measures of the wire, and each has to be 40 centimeter, or 16 inch. So I have here about, say, 33, and then 7 more centimeters. Okay, 42 centimeters, and 2 measures of that. So measure your wire first. This is a colored wire, you can see, right? Enamel colored wire. And so the chances of it being tarnished is more. So just be careful when you work with enamel wire, the colored wire. I did cut 2 lengths of that, leaving that, and then taking this inside this cut so that it stays there, and not like coil around and become a big mess. So this is the wire. I'm not going to straighten the wire because I don't want to. I just want to bend this into half. Okay, just like so. I know there's a kink right here. Don't worry about it. We will take care of it at the end. So bring the wire like that. Okay, just like that, and straighten it with your fingers. You can also use nylon jaw pliers and then do it. So we need to take care of this kink right here for sure, because we will feed beads in here. So we need to make sure it's not kinked, and use your nylon jaw pliers to do that. Take your time whenever you're doing wire working projects. do take your time and do not rush. The end product will be much better if you take your time and do it rather than rushing your product. Take your round nose pliers and about say here, just do a bend like this. Can you see that? Just a bend, and then do another bend like this as well. So now you have like a rounded loop at the end. So take the ends and feed a 6x4mm crystal roundel inside. Okay, all the way there, all the way closer to my loop right here. Okay, before that, take the other wire as well, fold it into half. Do the same, but you don't have to, do the kink that we did with the other wire, just like that. And this has to be parallel to each other. That's always important. So take this, and so these two wires need to be together. Feed those inside, and then come here and push the bead down. So we have fed this wire inside. So keep it right there, like that. Then separate the wire with the bead, then bring these two wire around our crystal. Trust me, it gets easier and simpler once we do a couple of beads, but the starting is always the difficult, so don't give up. Now feed a crystal into the wire that we recently added, not the one that we previously added. See, this is how it looks, but don't worry about it, we will fix that sooner. And bring that wire bead closer to this. Okay, make sure it's nice and close. Just straighten it out a bit. So as you guys can see, just has a fuzzy thing here. See that? This is how it is. It's coming in from the back and to the front, and I need to pinch this a little bit more so that I can push the bead down there. So that's the key. Okay, take it. I think we have done this with with some smaller beads, actually acrylic beads in multicolor, and that has a little bit bigger hole. As you guys can see, it already removed the coating right there. Okay, just get this as much as you can, we can fix it later. So now we need to separate the wire again. Okay, and bring the wire outside into inside, and then pinch it together. See that? This wire we will take care of it a little later. So now let's just, as I said, it's gonna straighten out as we go, but for now we have to deal with this. So take this wire and feed our crystal. Even though this is a 22 gauge wire, it just feels a little bit thicker to me. Okay, that's not gonna go in. Let me try a different crystal. Okay, now feed that through. As much as possible, just making sure, and then bring the outside wire inside, and then separate this out, and then bring this two in and pinch it with your fingers. See that? So that's what we want. And then again, feed a crystal into the wire. For some reason it just, see this, it comes off of the wire. It's called zebra wire. Let me know if you guys have ever used this wire per se, and how good is the wire and everything. I have never used it. That's what I feel, because okay, and you need to pinch this so that you can get your crystal as close as possible. Okay, and then bring that inside and take this outside. Okay, pinch that nicely, and now feed this through that. Feed another bead. Don't try and squeeze the bead inside, you will remove the coating if you're using a colored wire. If it is a copper wire, just bare copper wire, it doesn't matter. I should have done it with the bare copper, I guess. I thought roundel beads have a really large enough hole, but sometimes we are wrong. Sometimes the bead manufacturer thinks that we need a smaller hole and then makes them like that. So bring the top one and pinch it with your fingers. Straighten it up. As you guys can see, the pattern is already formed. So take these two, add the roundel on both the wire, and pinch, pinch, pinch at this point and move that, and then separate these two wires. Okay, and bring the outer wire inside from the top to the middle. Sorry, bump the camera. And then pinch, pinch, pinch. Move these to the side so that you have enough space to pinch the wire together. Okay, now take the next bead and add it. Pinch, pinch, pinch nicely, and then separate. See that? So you need to be very careful. Okay, so don't twist the wire inside the bead, it will break. So I will finish doing this and come back and show you guys what I got. I finished doing this. I'm almost at the end. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to take these two wires, okay, and I want to wrap it once like that and wrap it once like that on the opposite side, and snip that off. Okay, just one full round and snip it off. Take your pliers and nicely secure it. Okay, that's that. Now what you can do is you can take this together and roll it into it, or you can just bend this wire. Take your round nose pliers. Let me just move these to the side so that we have, I like to roll it like that once and bring it and put my pliers there and roll it on the opposite side. So we have two loops and two wires going on either side. You can adjust this and it will be a little bit of a messy wrap, but I want it to be secure then sorry, so I like that messy wrap, and then I'm going to snip off the excess. Now you need to tuck that tail and adjust your loop so that it's on top of each other. So this is what we have so far. Okay, now what you need to do is just need to straighten this a little bit. The start, remember we were doing it, so just straighten that a bit. Okay, so you need to take a oval form or a round form, just like something like a box or something, and then keep this, and kind of bring it to a shape. Okay, once you get the shape, you can use your fingers and slowly, don't rush this process. Okay, slowly kind of bring it down like that. Don't worry, once you wear this, right, the wire will become, the more you wear your bracelet, the sturdier the bracelet will become, because your body will constantly heat and cool down the wire. Okay, once you got the shape that you wanted, and look how pretty that is. Once you got the shape, then we will design the clasp. You can actually do this clasp that we got from the box. Okay, that will be nice and big, but if you don't want that, what you can do here is take the wire. I want to do a contrast color, so I want to do a gold wire with this. So I'm not using the same zebra wire, but you can use it, but if you're using it, you can use, why not, right? 20 gauge, yes. So I'm just gonna use a 20 gauge wire in the same color. Make sure you can also use a contrast color, is all I'm saying. So there is nothing wrong in using a contrast color. So just, I would say, you can also work with a spool. Okay, a loop, and then place your end of the mandrel, and then we have got this, just like how you make what to say, just cut it over here how you would make a ear wire. So at this end, instead of doing that, take it and wrap it and make a loop just like so. Okay, actually not a loop, let me see. Okay, not a loop. I would cut this up a little bit. Okay, and just press this so that this is small. I have distorted the shape a little bit, but don't do that. So all you need to do now is take this, open that loop up and add it to this and close it. Now you have the clasp. You can actually go ahead and do it here into this loop. And there you go, a bangle bracelet is done and ready. If you want a little bit of an extension, maybe for some people this bracelet might be smaller, then you can do is you can cut pieces of wire, straighten your 20 gauge wire and cut, say, see this, if you're doing a chain 8 link, okay, figure 8 link, just like that. See, you can adjust the length like that. So you need to flush cut the end. Okay, take your pliers and about say middle of my round nose plier, I just make a loop. That's like that. Don't straighten the loop. Keep the round nose plier slide there exactly where you did, and then take it and roll it completely until it meets the other end. You'll have this figure 8 pattern. Then give it a haircut just in the middle, so you'll get this. And then you press and you have the figure 8 form. Once you have those, what you need to do is you need to open this up, add it to this, and close this. How you would open and close a jump ring, make sure there's no gap, and then okay, take the next one, open it up, and then add it to here, add it to the other chain link or figure 8 link you can call. And now you have this adjusting kind of a clasp to your bracelet. How cool is that? So this is also again a different pattern. Just make sure everything is nice and proper. So you can do it a single line or a double line like this with some wire. That's all you need, and here it is. Beautiful, it is, isn't it? So if you want, you can add a small I would say, let me see, I just cut a little bit of my 22 gauge wire, not much. Take the end, because I'm doing a monotonous color wire, I'm using this, but otherwise if you use gold, silver, copper, you can take a head pin and do it. Since I want the same, I'm just making, it doesn't have to be this. You can have a different, any charm per se will work. So you can have a charm here, so it's totally up to you. So I'm just going to add a little bit of a metallic element to my bracelet, just this, and I'm gonna bend the wire and make a wrapped loop, just like so. And snip off the excess. Tuck that tail in, and you can add it to this. Actually not to this, because that's the end we need. I mean, you can, why not, right? Make sure it's completely closed. So here we go. That dangle is pretty cute. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel more, there is a heart symbol and thanks button written in the bottom description box. Click on it and you can donate as much as you can. I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.